And welcome back. Stakeholders should be mindful that the absence of local football as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic does not only affect the National Premier League and the senior Reggae Boys squad. Speaking following the announcement of the postponement of the FIFA Under-17 and Under-20 World Cups this year, Director of Football with the JFF, Wendell Downswell, says that the national youth programs will be significantly impacted.
The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the country's youth program may not become evident before 2023. That's according to Director of Football at the JFF, Wendell Downswell. That's largely attributed to the fact that the break in transition will result in a shortage of international exposure for the young Jamaicans.
If you look at what will actually happen in 2023, we will have a crop of players that are under 17 level. Now, the under-15s usually get that level of exposure going into the under-17 itself. And it's like a chain reaction, and the under-17 generally get that exposure going into the under-20. So that will be sadly lacking going into 2023 itself, because we have a crop of players or a cadre of players in both categories that wouldn't have gotten the requisite international exposure going forward to make the transition into these respective units.
The former national senior team coach also highlighted how the absence of the National Premier League will impact the method of selecting players for the respective youth teams.
These elite players in the Premier League club would form the core of the under-20 team. The last under-20 squad we have a number of players who played in the Premier League, competed in the Premier League itself. So it was much easier for us now to identify the nucleus of the team from there. And then the others come with, at the parish level, those who compete at the lower level in the respective clubs and within the parish. Therefore, that will be sadly lacking. Poses a problem for us.
And with no ISA schoolboy football this season, the problems of the JFF were compounded. For Downswell, the situation calls for innovation, but that too is dependent on the government's decision regarding the return of sports.
The respective zones that we will be able to organize and play under-17, under-20 competition. Once we are able to get these competition off the ground and running, once we get the go-ahead and the okay from the government itself, we should be able, because we definitely have to do that, because, as you said, the fact that we didn't participate, the players didn't participate in the Manning and the Costa Cup, that has left a void there.
There has not been a local football competition since March 2020, when Jamaica recorded its first case of COVID-19. Renata Brown for TVJ Sports.
Now, reggae girl Havana Salon has signed a new deal with the North Carolina Courage in the National Women's Soccer League until the end of 2021. The 27-year-old midfielder also has the option to extend the deal a further year until the end of 2022. Salon was originally at the club for a short-term deal until the end of 2020, but due to her good work ethic, she has been rewarded with a new contract. The 2021 season of the NWSL is expected to kick off in March. Salon is one of 3 Jamaicans in the league, alongside Konya Plummer and Chena Matthews. Salon has scored 2 goals in 9 appearances for the Reggae Girls. She scored Jamaica's first and only goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2019 in France.